Warning, do not listen to this recording while operating a moving vehicle or while needing full conscious alertness. This recording is for adults 18 years and older. So we'll go ahead and start today by sending you some distance Reiki. Reiki is a form of energy healing, and we want to help you open your energetic channels so you'll be open to receiving the messages today from your angels. So go ahead now and take in a deep, deep breath and slowly let it go. Let go of everything that's preventing you from relaxing and feeling wonderfully good. Let go. Let go of everything that's preventing you from living on earth as it is in heaven. And as you relax, I will continue to send this Reiki throughout the rest of our angel readings today. All right, so our friends, the Aries, how are you doing? I love you so much, and I'm so glad you're here. And we want to give you a reading for the month of July 2020. And at first, I'd like you to look at this beautiful diamond. And we can learn a lot about diamonds. They start off as a lump of coal. And over time and experience, I don't want to ascribe personal traits to them, but if we can learn from our experiences like the diamond learns over time, it can become this brilliant stone. And what happens with the diamond when it's cut just right and it lives in balance, the diamond has these facets, and the light comes in the top of the diamond, and then it swirls around inside the diamond, and then it expands back out at you, or out of the top of the diamond, to show its brilliance. Okay, so for us, we have many facets in our life that make us who we are, and sometimes it's rough for us and difficult, but hopefully, if instead of giving up, we look at these experiences and allow ourselves to learn from them. So today, my prayer is that we can examine the tough things in our life, learn from them, and then move forward so that we can truly live on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, so what's preventing you from actually being the best version of yourself? What's preventing you from being in this paradise, which we can definitely have? We're usually our own obstacle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look at some cards for you, and this is for the entire month of July 2020. What you need to focus on, look at, explore. Maybe new things are coming for you. We don't know. We're going to find out anything new and exciting for our Aries friends in the month of July 2020. We've been experiencing a lot. It's been a very stressful year. So much going on that's different for us, and it can knock us off balance, or it can actually, because we've been given time to ourselves, we've been given time to explore. We have nothing but time. Okay, a lot of people were out of work. Not everyone's back to work, and so what have you been doing with your time? Are you productive, or are you just watching YouTube videos all day? Not saying there's anything bad with that, but anyway, hopefully this YouTube video you'll learn something. So I'm right now going to find our foundation cards, and that will help us to see where you come from, where you are, where you're going in the near future, and then from there we'll see what builds off of that. So I hope you're all doing well. All right. Okay, so it seems like, now, you obviously have a lot of skills and traits that you've acquired over time. And if you gather them together, you can see that you really have a dynamic ability, like the diamond, that has all those beautiful facets. But when you live out of balance, what happens in the diamond is the light comes in the top and then it expels out the bottom if it's not cut right. Okay, if it's not a balanced diamond. But if you're balanced in your approach to things, then the light goes back out the top of the diamond and the brilliance is shown. So in your case, you have so many talents and things, and if you feel like you're out of balance, how do we get back into it? So if someday you'd like to work with me, we can do some coaching where I talk about, we look at what's called a life balance wheel. You can Google it and you can do it for yourself. But basically it's a pie chart and it has all these different areas of your life. So your finances, your friendships, your relationships, your health, spirituality, all these different things, that different facets of ourselves that make us who we are. And the question is, when you're filling out this life balance wheel, is how satisfied are you in these different areas? So your health, you might feel like, wow, I'm in better shape than ever. I've been doing sit-ups every day during COVID, and you can do 1,000 push-ups. All right. It's, you're healthy, but you're doing all of those sit-ups and you've been neglecting your significant other who's watching TV on the couch. So you're out of balance. So that's a problem. So when you're looking and you're filling out the life balance wheel, you want it to be level. Like, so each piece of the pie, we kind of want to have the same amount of satisfaction. So if you're now really satisfied about your health, then you can go and examine your relationship, because you've been ignoring the person out over on the couch. And so through this tool of using the life balance wheel, you can go ahead and look to see where your priorities are. So go over to the couch, sit with your loved one, say, honey, why don't we, what would you like to do today? Something like that. So that's what the coaching, but what the cards are saying is that, you have all these different facets that make you who you are, and but you're perhaps a little bit out of balance, and it's causing a little bit of problems. You're neglecting some areas that need attention. So discover the things that you're feeling good at. Okay, you don't need to concentrate on that anymore because you're doing well. And then you go and you find these other spots where you can feel like you need some progress. Okay, so that's the life balance wheel. And when you're examining that, what we're looking for is the truth. What's the truth? Now, in my case, am I sitting in the chair too long and not going outside, not working out? Yeah, that's the truth. So if I were going to be honest, I'd say, well, Paul, you need to go for more walks or do whatever kind of exercise. That's the truth. Okay, so now I can ignore the truth, but if I do, then I know I'm going against what I really, my inner core know what's best for me. So in the month of July, for our friends, the ARIES, it's a matter of seeking this truth and living in balance between the two, because as you do this examination, what you're doing is you're shedding light on some parts of your life where there's some darkness. Okay, so this is a wonderful thing to do, and this is going to be an ongoing process. So during July and the next 3 to 6 months after that, I'd like you to continue to really examine and check in once in a while and look at that life balance wheel so you can see the progress that you made. So once you first identify what areas do I need to concentrate on, then you can set minor goals, like 3 goals for each section. And so one could be, spend more time just having meaningful conversation with your loved one. Perhaps because you're expert in exercise, you can invite your loved one to go on the walk. And then that could be the second goal. A third goal could be, because you're working on that relationship thing, is maybe, have a game night. So you're interacting in a fun way that's not your typical just sitting in front of TV. All right, so those are some suggestions, and hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, you can always contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and we can, start some coaching. Okay, so in the past, there are parts of the past that we're happy to admit. Like, wow, I've accomplished this, I've accomplished that, I, you know, I've had a good life. But when we don't examine the difficult parts of our life, the wounds and our misgivings, the perhaps a word we could use, our sin. If we look at the places where we're ignoring, then we can pass the threshold into heaven. Because if we're ignoring these parts of us that are difficult, then we're not growing. We're stagnant. Okay. So as you are doing this examination of who you are, these different facets of your life, then we really, when we say, where do we need to improve? It's not just like setting small goals. In this reading, it's saying, no, we're really talking about the more serious stuff. Like, if you really want progress, if you want true happiness, if you want to really be and love and to have peace, then it can't happen until you have it within. Okay, so this is calling for a much more serious observation of who you are in your past. So that way we can live in the present and go forward in the future with the progress. So another tool that I use, life balance wheel, is just a very generic way to picture your life and to easily see where do you need to focus. But your reading is saying, no, we don't need the generic. Generic's fine to get started. Like today, tomorrow, you download the life balance wheel from the web, just Google it, and you can do the general exercise. But then once you get that picture, I'd love for you to consider to do what's called the fourth step of the different anonymous programs, so like Alcoholics Anonymous. I am not saying you're an alcoholic or need the 12 steps, but one of the tools within the 12 steps is the fourth step, which is called doing a fearless and searching moral inventory of your life. So what this entails is looking at and remembering and examining every person that you've ever known, your parents, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your teachers, your friends. What are those relationships like? What did you learn from these people, the good and the bad? If you like it when, Johnny is, like really motivated and, works really hard, well, if Johnny's a role model, then you should try to work hard too. What are the aspects of these people that are positive that you want to emulate? And then what are the bad things? So like if, Johnny is, well, he's a good athlete, let's say, but Johnny's also a gossip, well, then that's horrible. That part of Johnny is not something that you value. So what you're trying to do is identify what are your core values, and within you're finding out who you really are. Then you're going to examine not only those people, but you're going to start having memories of each of these people, stories, and these are pieces of the puzzle. And you keep a notebook with you all day long. Now we have our cell phones, so you can get your notepad out on the cell phone and just take little notes for yourself about little stories that you remember. And you don't right now know why they came up, but it's just something you remembered. Then when you have time, every day, if you can, I want you to sit down and look at those little snippets or those people, whatever they are, journal. What do you remember? What do you remember? What do you remember? And over time, these pieces of the puzzle of your life will really begin to take shape. And you'll say, oh my gosh, okay, that's what went on. That's what happened. And healing can begin to happen. And we begin to see our role in these things. All right, so Aries, this review of your life is significant and important because you're ready for healing. But it's saying that there's going to be some work. you've had some battles in your past, some struggles that have not been easy, and it's easier to neglect it and not delve into it because it's sensitive than to actually say, okay, no, I really do need to move on. I want a better life. I do want to live on earth as it is in heaven. Okay? Heaven is not out there, over there, somewhere else. Heaven can be right here. We need to open our eyes to it. But in order to do that, we need to have the healing and the strength to go ahead and examine that. Okay? It's not hard. And the part about this 4-step is you're supposed to do a fearless moral inventory. Don't be afraid, because what you're going to find out is that, you were a child back then, or, like, you didn't know back then what you know now. So it's really a learning experience, and it's going to give you more strength than you can imagine. So I'm picking another card now. 2 came out. All right. So what happens is, as you do this, and you've examined this, and you've been honest, you've shed some light and illuminated these corners, dark corners in the past, you can see the full picture. And what happens is you have a healing, but you also have like a more balanced and perfect life that makes room for love, makes room for companionship in a healthy way that's not just like, okay, I'm over here doing my sit-ups and you're over there on the couch. Okay, it's a more authentic relationship that we're talking about. And so basically, when you do this, you can stay with the way you are. Everything's going to be the same. You're not going to be as happy as you could be. But if you open up, put some light in there, you examine these things, then you can be born anew. You have a new way of looking and thinking and expressing yourself, much more rich, much more balanced, like that diamond, and your brilliance will come out. And that is far, far more attractive than your 6-pack that you're working on. Okay? And so I see wonderful things coming in your relationship. A strong relationship, but only if you do the work. Okay? You can keep it the way it is. That's up to you. But if the reason supposedly why you're watching this video is you want to change, you want to know what to work on. So in the month of July and going forward, this is going to be an ongoing process. Journaling, it's going to take a long time, a year, if you're really going to do it seriously. And you really, when you start, you're like, oh, I don't know this. But then, within a couple days, a week, you're like, wow, this is great. And you'll write and write and write. And you'll really, really enjoy it. And then you'll begin to see, as you discover things, that you become so more attractive to your partner because they see that you're not afraid anymore. You have self-confidence and you're able to communicate what's going on. All right, so that's good. Now let's look for another card here. Yeah, so balance. This is the other result. It's just you're ready for this. Okay. Now, as far as career, I'm not seeing a lot about career here. I mean, it all pertains to career, but what the cards are really asking for you to do is to invest in yourself. Okay, because you've got time. All right. And as we get older, the older we get, the quicker time flies. And that's a little scary, but it's like, why not do it now? Let's get this job done. Let's pay attention to what we need to pay attention to and heal. Why put it off? Okay. So Aries, that's pretty much the message for July. I love it. It's wonderful. And again, go to the web, Google Life Balance Wheel. You can use anyone's. There's hundreds of them out there. And do this work for yourself. Start doing this 4th step to do a fearless and searching moral inventory of your life, which basically is, and put in other words, you're looking at every single dimension and person and experience that you've had, and you're putting the puzzle together that's going to help you make sense of where you come from. And now you'll understand what you do, why you do what you do, and who you are. Okay? And then once you know that, you'll have a stronger foundation to know where you want to go and what tools you're working with. Because you have a lot of tools, but they're kind of disorganized right now. And you have not really, you've been neglecting this inner work that you wanted to do. All right, so if you need help with that, go ahead, Aries, and contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and there's information there on how we could work together. And if you're interested in providing a donation for the work here on YouTube, then you can send a PayPal or a Venmo to my email at paul@meetyourangels.com. That's appreciated, but completely not necessary. I enjoy doing this, and I love you. I want to make sure that you feel supported, and so that way you can support those people in your life, who need that support too. And I say, like, when you're weak, I'm weak, and when you're strong, I'm strong. So let's be strong together, okay? So hopefully you're receiving strength from me. You know that I'm rooting for you. I'm your biggest cheerleader. I'm 6'7". I haven't told anyone else that. Shh. But literally, I am rooting for you, and I want you to have an incredible life, because I need that for me too, all right? We need to do it together, all right? So with that in mind, I love you, and here's some more information for you. If you enjoyed today's video and would like to help support my work, please send your donation via PayPal or Venmo to paul@meetyourangels.com. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and click the notification bell. If you'd like to keep in touch, go ahead and check out the description below. All of my social media contact information is there. Thanks. If you have any special prayer requests that you'd like me and the rest of our meetyourangels.com community to pray for, please visit http://prayerrequest.meetyourangels.com, and that will forward you to our perpetual prayer list video on YouTube. In the comments of that video, leave your prayer intentions so that the rest of the community can join you in those intentions that you hold deep in your heart. If you would like to try hypnosis for free at home, please go to subscribe.hypnomart.com and get over 15 free hypnosis recordings and a free video course, How to Learn Hypnosis in 5 Days. Again, go to subscribe.hypnomart.com. Join our growth zone and save up to 40% off all downloads and scripts. Visit 40%.hypnomart.com for more information and to subscribe. If you are interested in promoting our hypnosis products, you can earn up to 70% commission. Visit affiliates.hypnomart.com for more information. So that'll do it for today. I wanted to thank you for being part of my angel family. I look forward to being with you again sometime soon. Please visit meetyourangels.com or send me an email at paul@meetyourangels.com if you're interested in a private angel reading, Reiki healing session, or spiritual direction and angel coaching. Until then, peace and love always.